I could have taken everything on this shelf today. I took the turtle, I took the rabbit, I took the beautiful red apple in the background. Is that not the cutest painted palette you've ever seen? That is adorable. And this one, okay, I'm gonna have to find out how much this one is. I know you guys right now are getting ideas. All right, let's run inside. Look, 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 look. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go inside and see what other goodies are in there and find out more. They are in Townville here in Pennsylvania, if you're ever passing through. By the way, the pallets, she told me the big ones are $30. Those big ones are $30. How cool is that? I think that's a great price. What do you guys think? So let's head inside and poke around. Well, friends, this is a brand new spot for thrifting, and I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I just got in the door. What do you think these are? It just says 6 wooden pieces, a buck a piece. I was talking with a lady behind the register. We thought maybe that they were the backs of chairs that were getting made, so I took them for $6. Now you have to help me figure out what to do with them. I'm sure I could decorate something with them. This was a cool wooden table here. It said it was handmade, and of course I was thinking that that would look real good with a coat of paint onto it. These were, she said, piano legs. I thought they were table legs, but she says that they were piano legs, and maybe this was the rest of the piano now that I think about it in that bin. So yeah, do you ever pick up bits and pieces like that? Like she was holding and showing me that she thought that was part of the piano as well. But do you ever pick up bits and pieces, architectural pieces when you're out and about? Does that interest you? It seemed like there was a little bit of everything in the store today. So we are thrifting in the sunset, my friends. It's the end of the mail day, and so I'm like, let's get out. Let's hit the road, you and me, Matt, and see what we can find. And I love going to new places. Like I said, the lady that worked here, she was so awesome, so pleasant, just a wonderful person. And we chit-chatted a little bit as we just kind of made our way around the store here. So from what I could tell, yeah, it's a bit of everything in here. So tell me if you're seeing anything that looks good. We'll pick around here. She shared with me that the owner of the store goes to auctions, that she's always adding things, like all the time. I looked at this and I was thinking, is that a giant pencil? But then I realized it's a tap handle, right? One of those when you would go into like a bar and they would pull it down, release, and the alcohol comes out. That's pretty cool. Can't say I've ever seen one of those before. And when you get out thrifting, you never know what you're going to find. This is an old piece, and I'm pretty sure that we could dry brush that a little bit with some paint. But that would be cool in a music lover's home. An idea here with a ladder, if you have anything. Just put some lights around it. That looks fabulous. This rocking horse for $18. I thought that was a good deal. You tell me if you think it is as well. If I had a booth or something like that, it's not something I want to ship, through eBay, but tell me if that's something that you would pick up. I loved these right here, $12. So easy. Again, maybe you guys are getting ideas out there right now. Just doing the dark black silhouettes of animals or people or whatever you want to do. I just think that looks so pretty. Beautiful and rustic. Here is a smaller palette. They had a couple of these inside. So the ones outside were $30 a piece for the big ones, and it looked like $12 for the smaller ones. Oh, so sweet. If I were to have my own tea set, it would definitely have some gold, a few shabby flowers. Don't you think that these little tea dish sets, cup and saucers, are so sweet? Look at all the designs that they come into. This was pretty neat. I loved all the colors that was in this piece. I'm trying to find a place to put that so I could check it out and see if there's any markings on it. It says made in Japan. So as I'm making my way here through thrift stores, and as I've shared with you guys that I've started my eBay store, I'm paying more attention to the pieces, taking the time to turn them over and doing research. And so with every thrift trip that I make out, I feel like I'm learning more and more. And you guys have been so awesome in the comments. I cannot thank you enough. I read the comments and I've learned a lot from what you've told me. In fact, I probably want to do a video of just showing some things that I've learned that might be helpful to other people if you're just getting started as well. Because listen, if we were to put all of our heads together, we would know a lot about a lot of things. So thank you. Keep commenting and telling me if you see anything that, hey, Sonia, you should pick that up because, that could have worked well for your eBay store. I love these little dogs, and I'm kicking myself because I told myself that I was going to come back and I was going to grab them, and I never did. They have a marking on the bottom of them. Maybe I should Google that. It's neat nowadays that you can have your phone with you. You have literally a computer in your pocket. Think about that. The world that we live in, it's bittersweet. It's a blessing and a curse, yes. But the idea that you could use your computer for the good of checking prices, and comparing prices, doing research, and looking for markings and things like that. I just think we live in an amazing time. And if you want to start an online business and be an eBay reseller or anything like that, boy, it makes it easy for us nowadays. This was so sweet. It's a little music, what do they call it? A music, not box, but saucer set. I had one hand. I wanted to wind it so badly, but I didn't. Plus, knowing me, I'd probably wind it and it just would keep on going forever. Pez dispensers. Is there a market for Pez dispensers? Is it oversaturated? What do you know about it? They're super cute, but I know that there are highly collectible ones, but I just don't know enough about them. This piece was beautiful. It was obviously part of a collection. Does anybody recognize it? But I love the little scene, like they were all different people doing different things around the outside. Look at that, carrying the tree, tug of war, kissing, looks like a sleigh. So sweet. Giant spoon and fork set. I mean, there is just everything in here. Garfield down in the corner. I enjoy watching back these videos with you guys because I see stuff that I missed the first time around. I think I think there was an egg missing there. Puzzles. I don't think I would ever buy a puzzle at a thrift store. Tell me if you've ever taken the chance. If you are, you're probably a risky person to risk that every single piece is going to be in the box. Again, knowing me, I'd probably buy the puzzle, do the puzzle, get to the end of the puzzle, and realize the piece I need does not exist. It fell out of the box. Those nutcrackers up there, did you see them? Oh my goodness, they were so cute. Yep, let's do a pan back. Oh my goodness, is that a mouse? So sweet. I have no idea what the thing with the crown is next to him. If you can tell me what that was. Not sure what his role was. So this was a Coca-Cola section here that they have put together. And I wondered, I remember all the Coca-Cola commercials. I remember that bear. Oh, I used to love those commercials. Anybody else? And I haven't seen a Coca-Cola commercial in a long time, but you know the one with the bear, the polar bears. Just beautiful. So whimsical. I just loved their marketing. This says, plays music does not light up. So all kinds of stuff there. I really like this entire set. This would be something that I would bring home for myself. Look at all this. You get the whole setup. You see Matt there in the distance. There's lots for him to look at. I do enjoy going to thrift stores. Matt does as well. We usually just kind of split up. He'll find stuff, I'll find stuff, and what I look at is different than what he does. But hey, it's free, right? You can go in and you can browse. It's a couple sport. You can go in and you can do it together. And usually Matt will find something interesting that he hasn't seen in a while or a throwback. Of course, I saw the owls, and then I realized this sweet little girl was staring at me.
Whoops. All good.
And then I'm pretty sure she's like, no, you're going to play with me. I am
Somebody
going
wanted to
to
play
knock
checkers
over
with me.
this wooden checkerboard, and you're going to stay here with me. Creepy. Whole bunch of cross-stitch books. I did debate buying the whole lot of this and posting them as a lot on my eBay store. I know I have bought cross-stitch books in the past off of eBay, so if I've done it, surely somebody else might want these. Latch hook. This could have been a nice project. Again, hoping that everything is inside the box. That's always the thing that you have to wonder about when you buy these crafting sets at a thrift store. Is everything going to be in it? Again, owls. Love this little decor piece. It was $5. I think it was the Hear, See, Speak No Evil. Oh, the glass. I love glass. You'll see me pick up some pieces here today that I just put up for resale. I love this angel as well. Maybe I should have grabbed the angel. See, this is another example of me, by the time I get to the end, I forget. I'm going to have to start pushing a cart with me. That's what I'm going to have to do. A cart or basket or something like that. What do you do when you're out at a thrift store? Well, you're probably not holding a camera, number one. But if you are, you know, what's your system? Do you just pick it all up as you go? Do you do the whole look around first and then come back and circle around the things that you remember and hopefully you didn't forget anything good along the way? Do you have a system? Pretty soon it's going to be time for me to get out the Christmas ornaments. Every year I like to add a couple more to my tree. In no theme, just in whatever makes me happy. Just pick what makes me happy. It's more of a memory tree. We've collected a lot of ornaments, even ones that my son made that would probably embarrass him today if I pulled them out. Hey, remember your pipe cleaner Christmas ornaments? He probably would not like that. But we all love the Christmas tree. It is fun. We put it up together. Do you guys have any traditions that you're getting ready for here now? Come the turn of the season. They have books there today. I didn't even get a chance to go through the book section. I was so focused on the shelves. This here, I saw the cord in the back and I did my little tap. I thought to myself, oh, does this have a light inside of it? Because, you know, you could plug it in and it would have a glow about it. I love lanterns. But I don't know if it opened in some sort of way. It was definitely not the plug-in. That plug-in was for something else. But very nice piece. Ha ha. I focused in on the fish, the girl from the ocean. I swear, if you hold these fish up straight in front of you, it almost looks like they have a mustache. Do you see that? If you go on my website, you'll see a picture where they're straight on into the camera, and they look like they're marked made in Japan, that they have a mustache. I'm not sure what kind of fish they're supposed to be. Bass, perhaps? What's your thoughts? These were cute too, teddy bears. There are so many salt and pepper shakers, and I know that collecting salt and pepper shakers is a big thing for a lot of people. Is that something that you collect or that you pick up? By the way, I did grab the fish here, and Matt, you'll see Matt come in and take them, and he brought them up front. But first I'm like, hey, check out this frog. I touched the bongos and the drums he had, and they were salt and pepper shakers. So Matt's taking this fish up front for me so I don't drop them. some milk glass. Some of you guys told me that you collect milk glass. So is this a good price, $15 on something like this? I mean, it's a bigger piece. Definitely don't know the prices on milk glass. I'm going to have to check that out. I love this old piece, and it had a big chip out of it. Honestly,
Yeah, I see it there.
I'm thinking about that piece right now. I probably should have took it home for myself because I don't care about a chip. I would just turn that against a wall, and it's got that vintage flair, the vintage charm. So I'm all about the chippy. So for you guys, if you see something that you like and it has like some crackle effect onto it or a chip or something like that, is that for you like a complete turnoff, or is that not a deal breaker for you? Would you still take it home? For me, I would still take it home. Matt found a shelf and he thought it was cool. A box of dominoes. It's almost like the same effect as a box of buttons. It was fun to put my hands in there. And I saw this in the background peering at me saying, Sonia, you love me. So I did some research on this piece. It's marked, is it Holland mold. And so I looked it up. It obviously doesn't have its clock in the very center of it, but I looked it up, and apparently it's a company that's been around, I think it was since 1945, 1946. They're no longer in business anymore, and they made these beautiful mantle clocks, and it was started by, let me think if I get this right, an Austrian immigrant. He came here, moved to New Jersey. He got in the pottery world and he started making molds, and he started doing, I think, even hobbyist molds and things like that. So it was a whole thing. So it was fascinating to go down into that rabbit hole and learn a little bit about it. So I did take that piece and I just listed it on my eBay store. I thought it was fantastic. It didn't have the clock. Same idea though. I don't care if it has a chip or something like that, even if it was missing its clock. It's the overall look. I'm picking up the vintage charm and I love it, and I just go with it. There was a blue piece of pottery here, right here. And I said, Matt, come here, you gotta check this out. This is so cool. I have no idea what it is. It's just completely glass. And there was a etched signature on the back, and I was trying to pick it up with the camera and just to see if once I got back to the house, if I could research it. Can you make it out? I think it starts with a J. Does anybody recognize what that is? I wondered if it was some sort of special, special. And then there's Elf. He's special, right? All kinds of special things in the store today. But yeah, if anybody recognizes that beautiful blue dish, let me know. Ceramic hot plate. Ooh. I love this old, what looked like a mini crock. Salt dips. I have no idea what that even means. Do you put salt in there? And what for? I have no idea. And this section really set me off. Like, again, lit me up like a Christmas tree. I could have taken everything on this shelf today. I took the turtle. I took the rabbit. I took the beautiful red apple in the background. I'm assuming you can use all these for paperweights, or they are paperweights. I just love them all. And the apple reminded me of the luscious, the enticing magical apple in the Snow White story. And then I also learned tonight from looking up the rabbit and that turtle that they are considered vintage art glass. And there's a type of work that they do with bubbles. It's called controlled bubbles. Controlled bubble. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Bubble, vintage, glass art, controlled bubbles. And there's even a name. I think it starts with a B for the whole bubble situation. I think it's fantastic that, you see pieces like that and somebody decided to make bubbles a part of the design. This piece here, I was trying to get a feel for it, but the heart was made with a plastic resin of some sort. But this guy here, he actually had a marking on the bottom of him that says handmade crystal. I think that's what it was. So I did pick him up. Oh my gosh. I just thought so sweet, so fantastic. Put him on your desk. Surround yourself with things that you love. I think this is a toothpick holder. I'm pretty sure this is a toothpick holder. I said it to the cashier, in fact. I'm like, I think this is a toothpick holder, right? And she said, show me the top of him. And we agreed. We're pretty sure he is. Here's me having a go at the apple, going, I think I really want this apple. I just thought that was amazing. I love glass. It's very, very heavy. Ha! Mystery solved. Do you remember when we were at the Goodwill and I said, what is this little girl doing at the very end of my video going, what do you think she's thinking about? It was a little tiny girl. Apparently she's I think it's a snow bunny. Never knew it, but there's a whole collection of these things. Look how tiny. I mean, look how tiny those were. Snow bunnies. Did you see those? Have you ever seen them before? So there's a whole bunch there today. Loved right here, this shelf. Can you believe this? This marble horse, okay? The only thing missing on him is the rein, that side. Again, I would just, if I was into collecting horses, I would just turn it to the other side because that was just a beautiful piece, well worth $5. Would that have mattered to you? Or would you have taken it home, if you were in love with it and it fit your decor? I thought this was a fantastic piece. I love the green and the blue together. Felt very Christmassy too.